noticed there as soon as they squared off for the quick rules kind of just going through them is there's a noticeable height difference in Jim Ratcliffe, so we should be using that range to control his distance. Straight away, Adderson looks to take him down.
Yeah, now he shot in there, got the leg.
Single, tried to pass straight into side, he's been reversed.
Radcliffe looks very strong in the clinch.
Does indeed, he's got good takedown defense, it looks like so far. No mystery as to what Adderson wants to do, he just wants to be on the floor, control from there.
Certainly Adderson there was not going to be denied, he was getting that takedown.
The Wolf Slayer guys are very, very comfortable in working inside guard. If you watch Michael Bisping's fights, Mick Bowman's fights, very comfortable inside that guard, so it'll be interesting.
Certainly, but I think in semi-professional rules, you just have to work to pass the guard. Semi-professional, you're not going to really do much from sitting inside someone's guard.
Especially with no headshots.
Exactly. So at the moment, I'd be looking, if I was in the corner, in that Wolf Slayer corner, I'd be telling him to try and pass, and he's trying to work past. But at the moment, Radcliffe's doing a good job of tying him up.
He's trying to use that rubber guard. I mean, what he could do is he could look to, I mean, he's keeping his guard open, number one, so he could look to explode out, but he just seems happy and content. He's past the half guard now.
Yeah, what Adderson's doing is he's doing a very good job of keeping him stacked against the fence, which makes it very hard for him to use that rubber guard.
Then you've got Ratcliffe who's moving, he's making it hard for him to kind of just keep him in one position, but I mean, he's working hard, Adderson.
At the moment, I mean, you see this a lot with the first, second time fighters. They're a bit frantic to start with, then they settle into a bit of a rhythm. At the moment, they're both just non-stop trying to work for different things.
I'm looking for the action to slow down. I mean, as you said, first couple of fights, find a rhythm, but still top half guard there for Jim Ratcliffe, who seems to have reversed the position there. So
there's a lot of teammates seem to be coming close to cage side. Obviously, that's illegal.
Lee Kahuna. Just looking for that front headlock there. Ratcliffe. Okay, he looks to bail. Nice deep takedown. Look at takedown defense for a double leg there.
Ratcliffe should have been ready for that. He knew what he was going to do. We've seen from the start, Adderson wants this on the floor and he wants the top position.
He's hunting for that takedown, definitely. I mean, he looks quite strong. I mean, he's constantly looking to take those hips away from the fence. I'm really impressed with Ratcliffe's takedown defense here with the double underhooks. He's looking for that underhook, but he just needs to kind of...
He's landed some good knees in the clinch. Those are the sort of knees that'll take it out of you.
Especially the ones to the body. Nice spinning reversal and a left hand on the break. Straight back into the clinch again.
There was a nice exchange of punches there.
Nice inside trip, straight into mount.
Yeah, Adderson's just too keen to be on...
Landing some headshots there, which I'm sure is legal in semi-pro.
Well, semi-professional, is the headshots on the floor in this fight? Headshots on the floor in this fight?
It's close to the pro fight, it's two of them have got ground and pound.
Okay. Okay, so I just checked with our assistant referee Neil Hall, and this fight, although semi-professional, on the card, yeah, the fight in B-class professional rules, which means there is ground and pound on the floor. Just no elbows and no twisting leg lock.
I was actually surprised then Adderson could have taken advantage of that top half guard earlier on and used some ground and pound, but...
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised we didn't see anything from Adderson in the way. You know, you say they work well from the guard. If he knew there was headshots on the floor, you'd have thought he'd be ground and pounding from that position as he had him stacked against the fence. So, at the moment, we have Ratcliffe on top. Ratcliffe did make the most of that ground and pound.
We've got Adderson working, he's managed to retrieve guard there. He's closed his guard, which, if you're getting headshots on the floor, probably open that and try and bail.
So, Adderson got the, you know, he's looking on top at the start, he got the takedown, he was controlling from the top, but I think he was too keen just to have it on the floor. He wanted it in one place, and because of that, he ended up underneath, and now Ratcliffe's got very good control. He's landing some good strikes.
I'm very, very impressed with Ratcliffe at the moment. I mean, he just seems to, nullifying anything that Adderson's bringing to the table. He's not being able to take him down properly, a clean takedown, and when they're scrambling, Ratcliffe's getting back on top. You know, some nice ground and pound that we've seen earlier on as well.
Certainly. I mean, as the fight started to settle, Ratcliffe seems to be coming through. Adderson now working his legs up though. He's managed to get the full guard.
quite comfortable to use that rubber guard as well.
So, coming on to the end of the round there. Adderson going for the takedowns early, got a couple of takedowns. Ratcliffe seemed to come through late on. How would you score that round?
It's a close round, but to be honest with you, just the way it looks, I'll probably give it to Ratcliffe for the moment. I mean, he defended the takedowns really well. He ended up in more dominant positions through the strikes.
I tend to agree. He was the one looking to finish.
Yeah, it was an even round, but I'd be more likely to give it to Ratcliffe, definitely.
Certainly, I would score that round to Ratcliffe. I think there was a couple of takedowns each. He got into the mount position as he got the takedown, but he also landed those nice strikes, and he was hunting and he had good control on the floor.
They're starting to settle into the rhythm, as you said earlier on. I mean, so it's starting to slow down the pace now. So we're going to see now in the second round exactly what's going to happen from both of these fighters. If you were in Adamson's corner right now, what would you have said to him in the corner as he was...
I think he needs to do a little bit more of the striking. Don't be too keen just to close the distance. He's a bit desperate for those takedowns.
As you saw there, he just kind of threw that left hook and then ran straight in for the clinch.
Yeah, and because of that, he's giving himself up. He's giving up the decent positions, If you set him up with a few strikes, then drop for a level change, he's got a better chance of getting the takedown and finishing it.
So right now, he's got the hips, he's trying to control the hips, but he needs to get his posture. Nice takedown, is straight into side control by Adderson.
Now what he needs to do now is start to control this position, and I'd like to see him work in the ground and pound, just fire some strikes in before you transition.
I'd be more happy to settle in this position if I was Adderson, to maybe go on knee on belly rather than to straight into mount. Radcliffe's not, it doesn't look like he's laying on the ground, so I'll probably go to knee on belly, stack him up against his cage, maybe hit him a few times to set up a submission.
From side control, I'd even be tempted to lock underneath and pull him onto his side, start work around to a north-south.
Okay. He's passing to mount, locked in the half guard now.
Again there, sometimes...
He's got the back now, we just lost the hook. There's a triangle chance here by Adderson, it looks...
Yeah, Adderson's got the triangle. Can he control the head enough so he can get that tightened up?
It's fairly loose. All he needs to do now is bring that ankle up to underneath the knee and kick that left heel out.
Yeah,
and cut the ankle.
Ratcliffe really needs to be getting his head up. He should have done this before. He waited too long there, just letting him lock up the triangle.
All he needs to do now is bring his knees together and squeeze. He just needs to make that space, but I don't think... as you said earlier, Ratcliffe should have started to work that escape way sooner than they did.
Yeah, certainly. He just sat there for a little while in the triangle. Prevention's better than cure, and by the time he's got it locked up, it's a lot harder job to get out.
I think right now...
Here they look like they're playing a game of Twister.
Radcliffe looks like he's under a little bit of pressure on his neck. I can see him escaping out of this from here. There we go. He's trying to work that scissor sweep, but he there passes again. Adderson straight into side control.
Now Radcliffe, if he can get his hips out and get the guard, he's got some long legs.
Just been reversed.
Again, they're both rushing a little bit with the positions.
Yeah, I would like to see him lock down a little bit, just kind of look to pass rather than scrambling.
So,
Adderson were very active from his guard.
He is definitely, he's sort of settled into the bottom position now. I think he wanted the top position earlier and he wanted the takedowns. Now he's on the bottom. I think he's working well from the guard.
I think with a lot of jiu-jitsu guys who like working off the back in training, they are actually they're told all the time to work for top, but naturally, a lot of jiu-jitsu guys don't mind being on the back, I find.
Yeah, certainly. And if you've got good control of the head, it's not as much of a problem.
It's not much danger. Couple shots straight up there, nice rush to the cage. He's hunting for that takedown too much, as you said, Ian.
Both guys landed some good shots there, but again, Adderson just too desperate for the takedown.
He doesn't seem a nice takedown there, but I would like to see him level change rather than explode from his back. Are you there? Nice pass.
Yeah, you see Ratcliffe there pulling the leg up like the rubber guard, but when you've got one hook in the butterfly hook, it's just not a good idea. You're just giving the guy the pass, really. I think you've got to have very good control first.
Especially if you, I mean, the rubber guard works. I mean, to lock down, it's really good. You need to be very confident in your rubber guard, I think, if you want it to work. I mean, like you said, if you've got it in the butterfly, it's loose.
Certainly, it's not just a case of grabbing your ankle.
No, definitely not.
So we've got a minute left in this round. Do you think Adamson's starting to pull it back a little bit?
Definitely so. I mean, Adamson is active from the guard, take a couple of takedowns there, but he's getting reversed as well. I mean, Ratcliffe's reversed him. Adamson's trying to lock in a guillotine now, kind of like a last attempt to try and stop the fight.
Yeah, we're looking, there's about 40 seconds left in the round.
He needs to climb his legs up for that to enable that to work. And maybe his escape there.
Yeah, it certainly wasn't tight enough. Now,
I would look for a sweep, maybe a flower sweep from here, look to kick off the cage.
I would use the cage, yeah, certainly. You know, you've got a big boost off the cage there. He's tight up against it. Now here, it's a big advantage for Ratcliffe. He's in the corner. He's got his coach right next to him, so he can hear everything that's been said.
That was just through the legs to one side, straight for the pass. Knees from top side now.
A classic bully pass. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, Ratcliffe finishes on top, firing the shots in for ground and pound.
Who would you give that to, Ian?
I think it was a very even round up till about the last minute, and Ratcliffe just seemed to pull through. I don't know whether that's fitness or whether he's just more focused. But it was, I mean, up to the 4-minute mark, I would have scored that completely even, and Ratcliffe just won that last minute.
For the fight.
And to me, that's 2 rounds now to Ratcliffe.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, give these 2 lads a round of applause. Come on, cracking first fight.